Hello there, this is Sandhya and welcome to Dynamic Living. FOMO is very, very natural. It's basically our very primitive brain trying to think that, okay, I have taken a particular path through the woods, which I hope will bring me to the best food at the end of it, or, to the wonderful meal at the end of it. And you're always going to worry. Your brain is always going to worry could I have taken this route instead? Could I have taken that route instead? And how does one pick one's route to start with, right? You have to have the most, in terms of the science of happiness, the most authentic route to take is the one that gives you meaning, is the one that's suited to your abilities, and the one that gives you a payoff for the maximum number of people. Beyond a point, again, this is from neuroscience, there is a certain threshold beyond which a pay packet is not going to give you any further happiness. Okay? Now, for a lot of people who've picked jobs purely because of their earning potential, if you were worried about them having taken that path now and earned that high salary now, they're the ones who'll come back to me when they're 40 with their midlife crisis saying that, oh my God, I've spent 25 years doing something that I didn't really love just for the money. Now I feel so unfulfilled. Better to have tried and lost than to have never tried at all. One of the biggest regrets people have at the end of their lives, hard for you guys to imagine at this age, but is of all the opportunities you did not take. Money as an end goal has very little role to play in happiness. And if you see, if anything that COVID has taught us, it's that we actually need very little for our happiness. However, what gives our life meaning is connections, impact, the value we create, the sort of legacy that we create. How do we want to be remembered? So I will say, be brave. Even if you think about it, in the parallel wormholes of human existence, you could well be living many other lifetimes, but the one that you've picked is the one that you've picked with the most amount of consciousness. That said, I feel your pain. A business choice, an entrepreneur, is the biggest risk taker amongst all the paths that you've taken. So in a way, you have taken the scariest of paths, but arguably this is the path that could bring you to that biggest pot of gold at the end, or at the very least build you B dash of steel. So consider yourself being made completely resilient and becoming like Iron Man at the end of it. At the very least, you'll have that, plus this experience and this story to tell. And there is no age at which you cannot restart things, especially in this day and age. I know of people going back to college when they're 65. You want to go do your masters? Make mommy and daddy happy. You can do it when you're 40. It's no problem. There's plenty of time for that.